Final oral examination.
Good day, sir. My name is Tomas Esbeliones. This is my final oral examination in Forensic 5, Section A, BS Crim 1-3. And this is the 10 questions that I chose. First, number 1, who is a polygraph examiner? A polygraph examiner is one who is skilled and capable to detect deception or verify truth of statement through instrumentation or the use of mechanical device. In short, he is the one conducting the polygraph test or examination. And the next is number 2. What is pre-employment test? Pre-employment test seek to verify information contained in a job application and develop relevant information deliberately committed by the subject. Number 3. What are the specific or objectives of polygraph examinations? This is the 5 objectives of polygraph examinations. Number 1. To ascertain if person is telling the truth. Number 2. To verify and compare conflicting statements. Number 3. To obtain additional facts of an offense, location of the stolen goods, and whereabouts of wanted person or persons. Number 4. To identify other persons involved in the case. Number 5. Gain valuable information from unwilling subjects. Number 4 is, what is the purpose of the pre-test interview? The primary purpose of the pre-test interview is to prepare or conditions the subject for the test. This includes A. The appraisal of subjects' constitutional rights. B. Obtain subjects' consent to undergo polygraph test by signing a statement of consent. C. The taking of personal data of the subject. D. Determining his or her suitability as a subject. E. Evaluate the psychological preparation of the subject. F. Informing the subject of his involvement with the case. Number 6. Enumerate the accessories that are going to be attached in the subject body. There are only 3 accessories to be attached in the subject body. The first to be attached is pneumograph, then the cardiospermograph, and the last is galvanograph. Number 6 is, what is polygraph instrument? Polygraph instrument, device capable of producing recordings of sociological phenomena that may be used as the basis for the application of reliable techniques for diagnosing truth or deception. The instrument itself does not detect lies or deception. It is only records the sociological change that occur when the subject tells a lie or deception. Number 7. What are the important features of an examination room? The important features of the examination room are, number 1, should be conducted in a quiet, private room. Number 2, select a room with none of the usual police surroundings and with no distraction within the subject's view. Number 3, select a room without any windows at all. Number 4, the interrogation room should contain no ornaments, pictures, or other objects which would distract the attention of the person being tested or interviewed. Number 5. This suggestion refers to the presence within the subject's reach of small, loose objects such as papers, clips, or pencils that he may be inclined to pick up and further distraction during the course of the interrogation. Then the last is number 6. Strange noise such as the ringing of a telephone or conversation of person outside the examination room, or the presence of the arresting officers or other inspectors in the room itself, may produce disturbance and distractions which will interfere with a satisfactory diagnosis or deception. Then, number 8. What is silent test all about? Silent test is all about subject as being instructed by the examiner to avoid from giving any verbal answers to the questions that are to be asked of him during the test. The subject is instructed to pay attention of each questions only to himself silence. In short, the subject or sub-vocalize his answers. In addition, he should think of the truthful answers and answer silence to himself. This test is conducted in the same manner as when relevant and control questions are asked, but the subject is instructed to answer the question silently to himself without making any verbal response. Causes distortions in the tracing such as snips or clearing the truth. Next is number 9. Discuss the 4 phases of polygraph examinations. The 4 phases of polygraph examinations are: first is the preliminary preparations, which is the initial interview with the investigator handling the case of personnel requesting it. The groups involved in the case are victims, complainant, suspect, and witness. The 3 groups in the case are all liar. Second is the pre-test interview with the subject. The primary purpose of this pre-test interview is to prepare or conduction the subject for the test. The third is the examination's instrumental test. This is the conduct of the instrumentation and actual test. After he pre-test interview, the examiner should process to place the attachment on the subject. The first to attach is pneumograph, then the cardiospimograph, and the galvanograph. Review all the questions with the subjects before the actual examination is made. The examiner should discourage any comments or statement by the subject. Test instruments must be given to the subject. And lastly is the post-test interview interrogation. This includes all consideration that bears on the examinations. This is done just after the instrument is turned off. If the polygraph test result indicates deceptions, the examiner will proceed to the conduct short interrogations, the purpose of which is to obtain confession. However, if the polygraph indicates that the subject is innocent, the examiner will just release the subject cordially and thanks him or her for his or her operations. Then the last number is number 10. What are the different types of questions? There are two types of questions. Number 1 is irrelevant questions, and the 2 is relevant questions. Irrelevant questions, these questions are formulated without any specific relationship with the case under investigations. And number 2 is relevant questions. These are the primarily or key questions asked by the examiner in order to resolve a specific subject matters. That's all, and thank you.